Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Detroit Class 313. I'm your host, True Johnson, and we are here with one of my favorite people in the world, Dr. Tina Parkman. Hi, Dr. Tina.
Hello, True.
It's so good to see you. Thank you so much.
Show.
I'm so glad to have you back today.
Nothing
it's
like
wonderful
Detroit
to see
Class.
you. Nothing like Detroit Class. Everybody, Dr. Tina Parkman. She's a relationship counselor. She's just an all-around specialist, ladies. Everybody, you know who Dr. Tina is. You know, she has this wonderful book, Traumatized. I love this book. I love this book. Why do men cheat? Why does he beat? I mean, ladies, she's going to tell us how to get our mind right, everybody. Dr. Tina, tell us what you're going to talk to us about today.
Well, we're going to talk about working on your package, and that's emotionally, psychologically, physically, spiritually, and mentally.
Yes.
And
Total
it's
package.
the total deal, being able to center yourself. And in a time like this, you know, unfortunately, we are so into so many things and we fail to take care of ourselves.
We do.
And it's imperative that we work on our package and have psychological fitness because we have so much that's coming against us. And like the young lady that was on prior to me,
Yes.
our generation is very important. Our children are important. You always must remember that we have to confront the thing that is destroying our generation. So in order for us to be able to go to our next level, we have to make sure our kids are healthy as well as ourselves.
That's right.
Because if we can't cover our children, guess what happens? They're exposed to things that they never should have been exposed to.
Man, you talked to me earlier, Dr. Tina, about women choosing the man of their purpose and destiny. I mean, that's deep.
Well, that don't happen overnight.
It don't. Because Dr. Tina,
Not true.
we're not going to get deep because Dr. Tina, she's serious, ladies, and y'all know it. So, you know, it takes us a while to get there because we're choosing all over the place, Dr. Tina.
Because we're choosing with the wrong eyes, you know. We're choosing.
What eyes are we choosing
You know
with?
what eyes we're using?
Don't look, ladies.
The
don't
eyes
look.
that can blind us.
Oh, my God.
So it's imperative that we look at people, not just the outer part, but the immaterial person.
Yes.
Because the heart is deceitfully wicked, who should know it?
Yes.
So you think you're choosing the right one, but sometimes when you choose
Yes.
out of feelings and what we call deadly emotions.
Deadly emotions. Talk to me about that.
Fear.
Yeah.
Sometimes we choose out of pain. You know, like Tina Turner says, what love got to do with it? Had nothing to do with love. It had to do with who you chose. And sometimes we have to understand that it wasn't so much love that hurt you. It was because of who you chose. And normally people choose the person that's going to victimize them. So we have to understand that attraction is very important. So you got to get healthy. And when your heart is healthy, and when your mind is healthy, and when your body is healthy, you can work it. You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think it is that we choose our victimizer? I mean, you know, that's a really deep.
Well, that's a whole
right
different
That's a
show,
whole
and we don't have
different
that much time.
That's a
but I'm
whole
just going to
different
hit you and run.
Hit us and run.
Can I do
Dr.
that?
Tina, please.
Well, I have a piece in my book called Trauma Bonding. Why men choose certain type of women. You know, I have the wife of my children, the wife of my youth, the wife of my fantasy, the trophy wife, the spiritual wife. Yes, they like spiritual wives.
How many wives is that?
Well, I got about 66 wives in my book. Can you?
66
wives. And I talk about the wife of his purpose and destiny, and that's a particular wife that's able to have the capacity to cover him in all things. And unfortunately, as women, we tend to operate in capacities we don't supposed to. Now, you want me to identify them right quick?
Please.
Like friends with benefits.
What is that?
And my thing is
A friend with a benefit.
You know, they get the benefits and never commitments.
Oh, my God.
And what you want to have is what we call a committed partner.
Are they really our friends, though?
Well, they call them friends. I get tired of hearing that friends and the fiance move every 5 years. He got another fiance. This is my fiance, Sheila. This is my fiance, Cheryl. This is my fiance, Nancy. So,
you know, do you think a man, when he makes, if he says that he's going to have more than one fiance. Is that his way of committing and not really making a commitment by satisfying her by saying, okay, I'm going to make you my fiance?
Well, that's a man that has a lot of wives. And unfortunately, we don't understand that men have what we call visual tracking. And in those trackings, we have to understand that he has a ability to be able to track what he wants. And they're hunters. So sometimes he'll take the fantasy wife. He may take the spiritual wife. And then he may say, I need a domestic wife. I need somebody to cook my food and make me happy. Just think about it. And until he identifies who he is himself, he can take all these wives and be able to utilize them for the things that make his life work. Look at, what's his name in the Bible? I'm trying to think of the man's name.
So what about for the ladies as far as choosing the man of their purpose and destiny? I mean, how can they, that's not easy, Dr. Tina.
Well, I'll just put it to you like this. That takes a person knowing who you are first. Okay. And the only way you can choose is being able to identify your underlying issues. And in that, you can be able to do what you need to do.
Okay. No.
So.
Scoot up some.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, the book. Okay. Talk to us about the book, please.
The book. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give it to me. Thank you.
A little bit about the book.
The book, everybody. They're cueing me. They want you to know about this book. Mm-hmm. Ladies, it's important to know traumatize a restored man. That's what Dr. Tina is talking to us about today. Give us a little insight on
Well, it's book, nothing please. Like a man. Let me just start by saying that. I just agree with God put men in place for a particular reason. Now, I might get in some trouble, but let me tell you something. When a man is out of place, women are misplaced and children are displaced. And it's imperative that your man steps are ordered. And when his steps are ordered, that means he knows how to go through a process. And if he has a misstep, then guess what? You're going to have some problems. Yes. So whenever a man has issues going on with him, normally whoever he chooses has the capacity to cover him. And when she covers him, you'll never know that he's been broken. That's why it's imperative that you choose the person that complements your greatness.
Okay. So, because we know, ladies, a lot of times we do choose, like you said, out of all the wrong things like our flesh. Number one,
flesh is the number one reason why we choose it. Now,
ladies,
if you want to just go
the number one reason,
straight
to the point. Dr. Tina, I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't like to play around, ladies, and that's why I'm True Johnson, because I want to get to the truth.
Well, the truth will make you free, and I tell you, just like this, true. That it is true that this flesh will find you sneaking in other people's beds. Did you hear me?
Oh, Lord, help us.
Yes.
No, stay out of other people's beds.
Yes. Looking for warmth because of maybe an unfulfilled life, maybe a father. A lot of people out there in the audience may have been dropped emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. And normally, the person that has been dropped, whether it's a man or a woman, when they get to the point where they never received any type of what we call prevention, early onset, they have attachment disorders. Okay. So every man that little girl looks for, she's looking for her daddy. So we have to understand something when it comes to relational aggression. That comes because a child has been starved. So if little girls get their identity from their fathers, they know who they are from their father. So it's imperative that a father covers that little girl. He should give her first ring, her first flowers, her first date, her first car. He should give her first so that she can know what a good normal is.
So since you should say that, Dr. Tina, do you think if a woman, if she doesn't have a father, because, I know a lot of women out there who will never meet their father. Ladies, and are you saying that they will always make bad decisions about their man?
No, that's why I got the love diet, because I can give you the proper information and revelation to change your situation. That means that even though I don't have a father I cannot see, I can trust the Father that's going to cover me emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and I'll make good, healthy decisions when it comes to choosing a mate. See, at the end of the day, it's not how you start, true, but it's how you finish. And a lot of people out there in radio land and TV land have made some choices and decisions, but it ain't over yet. So it'll work if you work it. I want you to get my book and work those diets. Start identifying some things in your life.
So, what are the first signs that women can see in themselves, like some steps they can take to notice whether they're choosing the man of their destiny and purpose? I mean, because a lot of women, they don't even know what their purpose and destiny is.
Well, first we have to change your normal, because the normal that you're used to is not a healthy one. And unfortunately, they never was told what healthy was.
Right.
So in order to get a healthy diet, we have to identify issues of low self-esteem. We have to identify issues of abuse.
Yes.
We have to identify issues of misuse. Mm-hmm. We have to identify issues of abandonment and rejection.
Yes.
And once we identify it, that's 50% of the problem. And guess what happens, True? Exposure brings healing, and the truth makes you free.
It makes you free.
At the end of the day,
makes you feel better.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you can recover yourself.
Yes.
And restore.
Just by putting it all out there and knowing who you really are. Well, and remember, we talked about since the first of the year is coming, you talked about that thing you had going on with us. It's a new year, ladies, a new us. We always want to try to be a better person when the new year comes along.
You want to be a new person?
Yes.
Let it go.
Oh, my goodness.
It's called release.
We talked about forgiveness.
That's right.
That's what we said we were going to touch on today,
You can't take
everybody.
that into 2013.
Let it go. Oh, my God. And ladies, we do have a problem with that. We did talk about that to Dr. Tina Parkman before. I mean, ladies, I know we like to hold on to stuff.
Yeah,
because we're emotional.
Yeah, and also
help us let it go.
Listen,
Dr.
we got
Tina.
some cheating wives out there too. Don't let them fool you.
Uh-oh.
Yes, we do. We got some cheating. You can cheat emotionally and psychologically.
So you never have to go on a date.
You don't have to go on a date. All you got to do is go on Facebook and watch the statuses.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just shocked. I mean, really.
All those Facebook friends, ladies.
That's right. It's time to release them.
Time to let them go.
Let them
you
go.
You got to unfriend some people.
Now, if you want
to tell you.
That's if they want the husband of their purpose and destiny. Because guess what? He can't deal with all that.
That's number
one. You know,
one.
you got all these emotional lovers. And then what it takes to cover him, you got to cover him in life and death. And if you got 5 Facebook lovers and you got Twitter friends and you're Instagramming every day, what you going to do with that man? That man going to be somewhere saying, Lord, you sure this is the right one? You know, don't fool yourself now. What it takes to get him, it sure takes to keep him. But whenever God choose him, don't you mess him up, because guess what? Then you'll be looking real sad, because He's able to cover you in life and death, and that's what you're looking for.
Accountability, ladies.
Accountability.
That's what we're talking about today. Accountability. Take account for your actions. If you have emotional lovers on Facebook and you're emotional,
get rid of them.
Get rid of them.
That's right. Release.
Release. I mean, because they're not really helping you. You know, you got to think about it. You got friends on Facebook, associates, and all of that. Are they really helping you? What good is that doing? So we're talking about finding our husband, our man, our mate of our purpose and our destiny.
Let me just say this true.
Yes.
Unfulfillment creates an appetite, and some are bigger than others. Y'all done got appetites that some men just can't feel. So you're going to have to shut it down. You're going to shut it down. You got to get on a love diet, and you got to start feeding yourself with some healthy love traits and get rid of the sick one.
Oh, my goodness.
The sick ones are the need to please, pressure to perform, strung out from performance, and addicted to approval. If God can't approve you, then guess what? You don't need anybody else's approval stamp.
That's right. Because his approval
so I want to encourage you to let it go.
Dr. Tina, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure. Tell them the website one more time where they can find
you. It's www.agapeconnections.org. And my telephone number for crisis is 248-991-5779. Get my book, you guys.
Get the book, everybody. It's time for a new season. Everybody, look, traumatized and restored. Man, I love Dr. Tina, everybody. You're watching Detroit Class 313 with your host, True Johnson.